Jim Ficken owned a house in Dunedin, Florida. Nothing special about it, just a house, a lawn, a quiet street. In the summer of 2018, he had to leave. His mother had just died. He packed a bag and drove to South Carolina to handle her estate. He was gone for a few months. When he came back, he owed the city $29,833 for grass. The lawn needed cutting while Jim was away. The man who usually did it had died that same summer, so the grass grew and grew. Dunedin, Florida has a rule. Grass cannot be higher than 10 inches. Jim had violated this rule before, years earlier. That made him a repeat offender. And in Dunedin, repeat offenders don't get warnings. They get fined $500 every single day. Jim didn't know. He was in South Carolina dealing with his mother's belongings. The city knew. The city said nothing. The clock ran for almost 2 months. $500 a day, every day, while Jim buried his mother, while Jim sorted through her things, while Jim had no idea. When Jim came home, the letters were waiting. Nearly $30,000 for grass. He hadn't broken into anyone's house. He hadn't hurt anyone. He hadn't stolen anything. He just left town, and the grass grew. Jim went to the city. The city said the fines were valid. He went to the Code Enforcement Board. He couldn't make it to the hearing. He was still dealing with his mother's estate. The board ruled against him. The city started the process to take his house, to pay for the grass. Jim Ficken almost lost his home because of a lawn, because of a summer, because of a law that never stopped. Jim fought back. He found lawyers who believed what happened to him was wrong. They took his case. They argued the fines were excessive, unconstitutional, that no reasonable government fines a grieving man $30,000 for grass. The courts disagreed. The fines were legal. Everything the city did was legal. But the story got out. People were angry. The city felt the pressure. They reduced his debt by 80%. They dropped the attempt to take his house. Jim kept his home. But here is what didn't change. The law is still there. $500 a day for grass. If your lawn grows too high in Dunedin, Florida, the city can still do this to you, to anyone, legally. Jim Ficken kept his house, but only because people got angry, not because the law protected him, not because the system worked. Because people made noise, the city changed how it applies the fines. But the fines are still there, $500 a day for grass. Think about that the next time you leave town. This was illegal by law. Every case on this channel is real. Every law is still on the books.